Hello, today we're going to be doing an install of the Vector Offroad JLE-Dock full width. It's one of the things that I thought was a little irritating about the Wrangler JL and probably all Wranglers. This is my first JL, by the way, or my first Wrangler. And one of the things that I found was difficult to get used to was there's no place to mount your phone. Even, you try the magnetic things within the air vents and they flop all over the place, and there's no real way to put your electronics or mount your electronics. And I saw on Rubicon how he had the JLE-Dock on his, and it's like, wow, that would solve a lot of issues that we have, or that I have. And so I purchased the JLE-Dock full width from Vector Offroad, and I was excited to get it, and finally Sunday afternoon I'm prepared enough to install it. One of the things about the install process is, from what I've read and seen online, is it's not necessarily easy, or the instructions aren't intuitive. And so I'm going to do a video of the install process. And this is the first time I've installed something like this. I'm not a super mechanic. I'm more technical as a trade. I'm a software engineer. But this kind of stuff intrigues me, and I find it fun. And so we'll see over a period of time where we build this Jeep out to where I think it will be a nice Jeep. Anyway, we're going to get started. If I mess up, I mess up. At least you'll learn on how not to do it. But hopefully we'll get it right by following the instructions, rereading the instructions, and we'll do it together. But let's get to it. Okay, we're at the back of my Jeep now where I have everything laid out. We have M6 stainless steel button lead bolts, stainless steel washers. Let's see, lead bolts, washers, M6 set screws, center brackets left and right, those are them. Threaded standoffs, those are them. 1/4 lock nuts, 1/4 button head screws, a standoff support blocks, and of course the bar. So we're going to go through this installation. It does say to use some things in the instructions. Loctite or thread lock, Phillips screwdriver, ratchet, 11mm socket, 7/16 socket, Allen wrench, and an extension for the socket. So this should be everything that we need to get going. So let's get started. Okay, now we have everything prepared. We got the bolts out in the middle there. We're going to take our standoffs and install this. The left hand side, driver's side, is different than the passenger side. There's nothing else needed for this. We have the lock, thread lock on there. We can tighten it in. We can take the Allen wrench and tighten it all the way. So we're going to take this, screw it in, really easy. Okay, I'm on the passenger side now, and this side looks funky in there. So what we're going to do, comes with a spacer. The block side goes towards the hood, facing down. So using your small fingers, which I don't have, you push the block down. So I'm going to try something and get it installed using pliers or tweezers. I got that in there. It fits perfectly. The lip, or the edge of it, that the bigger edge goes towards the hood facing down, and it just fits right in there. And you can see if I look way straight down in there, it goes right into my bolt hole, which is what we want. So now we install the second standoff on the passenger side. And just like the first one, we just screw it in. We're going to use the Allen key to tighten it up from the top, and then we can just remove that with the washer. There we go. So now with the Allen key, we just take it, tighten it snug, and then this should just pop out just like that. Okay, I wanted to point something out to you that is stated in the instructions. The tab of the e-dock goes on the inside of these, and so you push the bolt on there, tab goes on the inside, so it's going to be pushing up against, not on top of, but underneath. Just wanted to point that out. Really, we're ready to button this thing down. We have the washer and bolt, M6 bolt, that needs to go back into the standoffs that we took off with the hex wrench, and we need to tighten these down and tighten these down, and we're pretty much complete. But that is the bar in somewhat its final position. And I believe we're done. We've tightened this screw, these two screws, that screw, and then the two dash screws. Tightened them all in. It is solid. It's not going anywhere. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So let's look inside. And that's how it looks from the inside. Very nice. Okay, here we have the tray cover, and yeah, you could leave it out and it wouldn't be bad, I don't think, but I want to put this back in, and I am going to cut it, and the instructions say to cut it right here and just plop it back in, but I kind of want something how it was, so I'm just going to cut a notch out, and where that those supports are within the bar, I'm just going to cut the notch out and stick this in pretty much as a whole piece, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be eyeballing it, so it may look good or it may look bad. I don't know. We'll find out. As I was cutting this, I did the first one first. I did the left-hand side, or driver's side first, and then I did the passenger side. And as I was doing this, I cut it and I fit it in, and I saw that I didn't have to cut as much out. So this is, I don't know if you can see that, it's just a teensy bit for that to fit, where that's a huge, you know, this goes back to the bolt, and this actually just goes to where it's covering the standoff. So I'll show you, let's look at it installed, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, this is it back into place underneath the bar, and you see what I'm talking about. We can actually see the bolt head right there, or the screw head right there that's holding this bracket in. It's open a lot more, but if we go over to the passenger side, let's see if we can get a good view. There we go. I just cut enough to where it's able to pop out, and that looks so much cleaner than this side. So much cleaner than this side over here. See that? Compared to this. So much cleaner. And here's the finished product. The windshield is back up, and here's what it looks like from the inside. It's going to look beautiful. It does look beautiful. Look at that, guys. Well done, Vector Offroad. Well done. From a different angle, this is the Vector Offroad JLE-Dock full width. That looks great. It does look good, guys. And just a final note, we have these two items that we took out with the bolts where the standoffs are now. We're not going to use them anymore, so you can either throw them away or save them just in case you want to revert back to what it was before. But they are no longer used. Throw them away or save them for later. Give them away to somebody else, I don't know, but we're not using these anymore.